During the last decade, heroin use has grown at a far faster rate than other illegal drugs. In fact, it's exploded, with the number of users skyrocketing 50%. Heroin use may bring to mind graphic images of the epidemic of the 70s, of homeless junkies shooting up in dark alleys and abandoned buildings. But today's heroin addict stands in stark contrast to that picture, as use has spread from urban streets to quiet suburbs. As pharmaceutical companies make prescription drugs more abuse-resistant, many young middle-class adults are moving from expensive drugs like OxyContin and Vicodin to heroin, which can be as cheap as $10 a bag. While heroin might be cheaper and easier to access than prescription drugs, those who take it are exposing themselves to the world's most addictive substance. In fact, 1 in 4 people who try heroin become addicted. When you first take heroin, you experience an instant rush of excitement and pleasure, as heroin counterfeits your body's natural endorphins. However, it's impossible to recreate that first rush, as subsequent highs never match the intensity of the first time. But that doesn't stop users from trying. Often addicts increase their intake to recreate that initial high. This is called chasing the dragon. It results in thousands of deaths every year. The most frightening thing about overdosing on heroin is that you won't even know it's happening. When you overdose, heroin slows your breathing, causing you to suffocate under the weight of your own chest. By this time, it's too late. Sadly, the number of heroin deaths continues to increase. In the last decade, the number of teens overdosing from heroin more than doubled, and while in 1999, 2,100 people died with heroin in their systems, by 2010, that number had increased to nearly 3,100. That's 3,100 families devastated by drugs. Heroin addiction does not disappear on its own. If you or a loved one is struggling with heroin use, please call us today.